Hi, I'm Joel Taylor. I'm the Chief Information Officer for Preferred Health Partners, a multi-specialty practice in Brooklyn, New York. I'm here today to talk about Tellennium and the services they provide us. I've been doing business with Tellennium for quite a few years now, and when I became the CIO of Preferred Health Partners, they were a logical choice to come on board and help us with our multitude of telecommunications issues. A company the size of Preferred Health Partners does business with quite a few other organizations. Most of those organizations refer to them as vendors. However, we have a handful of people that we do business with, and we refer to those as business partners. Those individuals are people that have engaged themselves directly with our organization. They know our business. They work very closely with us and add a tremendous amount of value to our operations and our bottom line. Tellennium is one of those organizations. In the health information technology space of today, there's many universal challenges that CIOs face. One of those is the telecommunications space. Dealing with voice, data, and wireless is a very complex and difficult arena to navigate. Tellennium takes those responsibilities, adds their expertise, and really brings a tremendous amount of value to an organization, both with us not having to deal with and worry about all of these telecommunications things, and of course the financial side, generating tremendous amounts of savings. In recent months, Hurricane Sandy was very devastating to our area. Our practices had a tremendous amount of impact from this storm. Tellennium really came to our rescue during this storm. We were able to work with them and our telecommunications vendors to reroute phone calls and do some very creative work with our telecommunications network to make sure that we remained in contact with our patients and the people that needed our care. When I came to Preferred Health Partners, one of my challenges was dealing with the multitude of invoices that we were receiving on a monthly basis. I was receiving literally piles, inches thick of telephone bills that we had to pour through. Very difficult to read those bills, understand what we were being charged, and quite understand where these things took place. Being able to hand that off to Tellennium, have them look at our network design, redesign our network in a way that made it operate more efficiently, and also create it in a way that allowed us to have a good negotiating position and negotiate much lower rates with our carriers. Being able to take a look at all of these hundreds of phone lines we had in multitudes of facilities, find the ones that actually were not being used, get those turned off, make sure that we had the right technologies in place to work properly with our phone systems, and lastly, really be able to bring tremendous savings, over 30% cost savings, which turns into a number of roughly almost $700,000 a year in annualized cost savings. That is really, really big when you're looking to save money. One of the hidden secrets of doing business with Tellennium is their TIMS product. The TIMS product is really a dashboard for CIOs and IT departments. It's a consolidated location where we can find our invoices, our vendors, we can get information regarding our DID numbers, our circuit IDs. We can even upload pictures of our data center racks into that system so that when we're doing remote phone support, whether it's with an on-site individual or somebody from the phone company, we can better communicate with them about what we're seeing and what they're seeing. Being able to have all of that in a consolidated place, having it be real time, is a great value to us. So, from my perspective in trying to manage the projects that we've worked on with Tellennium, the real-time financial information is very important. It is a daily affirmation of the business value of doing business with Tellennium, and a way for us to do future planning by being able to look at the big picture. Mergers and acquisitions are a very large component of the healthcare industry today. You have hospital networks, small groups merging into large groups. You have payer organizations that are involved in the mix. And as these organizations come together, you tend to see a lot of old-time telecommunications work that was taking place over tens, 20s, hundreds of years in some cases. And this stuff needs to be consolidated. In a previous practice, when I had engaged Tellennium, we were just in the tail end of finishing that merger and acquisition. It would have been so much more financially advantageous and operationally efficient to have Tellennium involved in that process in the beginning, have them there guiding us along the way, doing the research and the discovery, and helping us to make more sound decisions in the beginning as opposed to the end, would have been a real operational benefit. The financial component is just clearly obvious. When you're in the middle of a merger and acquisition, finances are often very difficult. They're being consolidated. They're difficult to deal with. When you can put revenue opportunities from cost savings on the table, there's nothing better. CIOs and CFOs have a very interesting relationship. Nobody in an organization can figure out a way to spend money faster than a CIO. And unfortunately for us CIOs, CFOs know this. So one of the tools that a CIO can use is to engage an organization like Tellennium to come in and actually bring cost savings. Those cost savings help the CIO and the CFO meet their fiduciary responsibility that the board of directors and their shareholders are expecting them to add, but in addition can oftentimes bring funding to projects that generally may not actually be funded, allowing the organization to benefit from information technology, to benefit from that relationship. In my experience, it has actually allowed me to build a greater level of trust with our CFO. He doesn't just look at me as a cost center anymore. He looks at me as also somebody who's helping to save the money, save the organization money, and then that's really key. So in my experience working at a multitude of healthcare organizations, one of the things that seems to be left by the wayside is the telecommunications component of the business. It's quite ironic because communications is a very important component of healthcare and it's something that needs to be focused on, but the infrastructure that supports it seems to be left by the wayside. When a CIO comes into an organization that's somewhat in disarray, is worried about putting in appropriate policies and procedures to meet the guidelines for compliance in this day and age, doing the things to keep the physicians busy, seeing patients, saving lives, we forget about telecommunications. Having a business partner like Tellennium come in, take that component, do the right thing, enhance the network, enhance the financial bottom line, and make my life easier for the CIOs and their staff is just an invaluable component to what we do. And I would encourage anybody talking to the Tellennium group to really sit down and have a conversation with them about it.